Well, hello and welcome to this little montage about Disney magic food. This was the Magic at Sea cruise and we had the most fantastic time. Lots of people from Facebook, thank you so much for lending me your pictures, because we can see everything from Cove Cafe to Cabanas, from Lumieres to Rapunzels. We had such a fantastic time, starting at Animators Palate, which was a bizarre. As I walked down the corridor, I thought, oh my gosh, we're not in Kansas anymore. And we were welcomed, we cleaned our hands, we went to our table, we took off our masks, and we had the most amazing food, the most amazing ambience, and our servers were also just fantastic. I loved the paintbrushes, the place changed colour overnight, the pictures on the walls got coloured in, and we got our choice from our phone menu. So we just scanned in the QR code. There's our Jenny looking absolutely happy and divine. So simple pasta. This was the gluten-free pasta. We really loved it. Then we had there's a halloumi starter here. This was not ours because I'm dairy-free, but I did have this fruit salad. I love the plates, and the butter knives were even little palette knives. It was just astonishing, the detail that these restaurants went into. So as you can see, there was absolutely plenty of choice. And because I have been lent these pictures, borrowed these pictures, they are heavy on the puddings. Here comes the first puddings now. Amazing array of treats. Our first Mickey bar. You can play a game with this video if you've got some alcohol every time you see a Mickey bar or a Mickey waffle. You'll be drunk by the end of it. So the sundaes could be made gluten-free. This was the cheesecake, and they did have a gluten-free option for that as well. And I was just totally thrown about how full I was as well, because we'd had this bread course, and then we went into, you did this little picture, and when they put it all together, they made this animation where you got to be the star of the show. So your pictures were shown. So you can see our pictures as we go along, but my picture is the one, and it's a lady. She's wearing all of her jewels and her tiara, because why on earth would I be underdressed? So dress-wise, you can wear what you like. Absolutely. I didn't see anybody in flip-flops, but I saw plenty of people in shorts. I saw plenty of people bounding. We did some bounding, apart from Andy was boring. Look, there's mine. Oh, just fabulous. And then we went on. The kids club started just after this, so we did miss about the last 5 minutes of this show, but Alex wasn't too bothered, and it turns out he didn't really like the kids club, so he was just happy as Larry. So there's mine on the right hand side, the one with the black and white spotty top. Just absolutely loved this. So that's Jenny's there, and that's Alex's in the green, and don't they just look so cute? They are little artists through and through. And this sundae was a gluten-free option. Rapunzel's looked amazing. I absolutely loved Rapunzel's. As you walked in, everybody, even the servers, are dressed differently, so you get the same servers because it's rotational dining. Francesca was my absolute fave, God bless them, and they were there with the tricks, magic tricks. They were telling me, our gentleman server was telling us all about riddles as well, which Alex really appreciated. There was stuff for the kids to colour in too, and the actual placemats made lanterns. And so here we are, we've gone back to Rapunzel's. We liked it so much, we went for breakfast, and there's our first Mickey waffles. You can even have Mickey tomato sauce. So this restaurant is available for breakfast as well as Cabanas, so you can go and have breakfast where you wish, and I think the breakfast was on till late, about 10 o'clock. So as we went back to Rapunzel's at least twice, and it was lovely to see our servers. They knew exactly where we were going to be. We always tried to sit, and we were given table 11. This was on our little cards, and it's just the little touches. I mean, look at those goblets, they look amazing, and us too. Well, we're just happy. We're happy, and we're getting fatter. So, and this brings me to the bread course. This is where the pretzels were done. So this was in the evening. And the bread course was amazing. Now we've got gluten-free and we've got dairy-free at our table, so not a faint task. And this is Rapunzel's birthday sundae, and that candle is gluten and dairy free because we see it again later. So I do a lot of fruit plates, but Alex is absolutely loving the children's food. He is Mr. Cheese Pizza himself. This is another guest photo of the ravioli. It wasn't something I had myself, and what Andy called his potato soup, so it was a gluten-free offering. So as we went through, we thought the food got better and better and better. So this is just showing the vegan free spread that they had. And this has to be the most popular pudding at Rapunzel's. It's in a pan, very Rapunzel-like, and we see this quite a few times in these photographs. As we went through, we saw that guests did gravitate towards the same thing over and over again, and that was Rapunzel's done and dusted. So this is Lumieres. It was our last night. We absolutely adored Lumieres, and I think because it was our last night as well, we were kind of feeling the oh my gosh, we've got to go home tomorrow. So we did Lumieres both for dinner, and then the next day we were seated there for breakfast. We were told to go where for breakfast on the last day, which we certainly didn't mind. This is the view that we had from table 11, so it was absolutely fantastic. And we got to see the seas nice and calm, even though we're in the English Channel. You wouldn't think it, would you? But no white caps anywhere. So yeah, just a lovely place to sit, nice and bright. The other restaurants don't have any natural light really, and this is us queuing. We actually got clapped in because we were the first in, and this is the view as you walk into Lumiere. So it looks enormous, but it's not overwhelming because everybody's going to different places. So very art deco, really beautifully done. I think I liked the servers' outfits the most in Lumieres. They looked super posh. I was worried about how the children were going to do with French food, but they were fabulous, and they celebrated my birthday as well, which was lovely of them to do. We all went for the duck confit. It was really, really nice. And this is Alex. He loves salmon, and he thinks he's a bit of a connoisseur, and he just wanted to tell me if it was okay. And as you can see by this picture, it most definitely was. So as we went on through the night of Lumieres, there was just so much that you could choose from. It was you could ask for anything you wanted, and we really got this idea. So this is a different guess. There was a lot of lamb chops going on, but during our Lumieres night, I think I had about 7 courses. You can even ask for things off a menu at another restaurant. They will go and get it for you, and if you want the seconds, you can have seconds. We were very tired by our third night. It was our last night. We were raring to go to bed. This is another gluten-free offering now. This wasn't ours, it was another guest, but they tell me it was fantastic. And check out the chocolate Mickey waffles. Just had to put my birthday in there again. And that's us all sitting there, breakfast, looking a bit smiley, but a bit sad because we have to go home. So yeah, it was a little bit, it was a sad night at Lumieres, but I loved the style of the place. So as we went through, you can see the servers here. They look so super smart in like a dinner jacket. I just thought it was absolutely excellent. And there's a piano player there, and the ambience was just amazing. Now, not everywhere was sit down and really official and timed. So Cabanas was where we went for a couple of lunches, and I went for breakfast here. I caught French toast after I'd been to the gym. That was day 2. Two breakfasts on day 2. I didn't do 3 breakfasts on day 3, but you so could do that here. Look at the selection. It was totally amazing. And this is all behind plexiglass, and they serve it to you. So traditionally a buffet, but you just say, please can I have a lot of French toast, and they would give you a plate full of French toast. There it is. Oh, just delicious, particularly with bacon. And then the lunchtime offerings were amazing as well. In the middle of there is the beef, which I really liked. They were like beef medallions, and they were absolutely amazing. But they had fish there, they had steak there, you could get prawns with seafood sauce, anything you wanted, you could ask for it, you'd be able to get it. Also from Cabanas is where I would get the vegan milk, so I tend to stay away from raw milk in particular, or milk that hasn't been cooked. So things like custards, ice creams, they're not for me. But they were amazing at Cabanas. They would go and get me anything I wanted, oats, soya, it wasn't a problem. The kids really loved the idea they could just get chicken nuggets and chips. Now, Cove we didn't go to, so these next pictures are not mine, but oh my God, don't they look delicious? I believe the cakes are in, but the drinks are not, so you pay extra for your speciality coffee. But of course there is no children running around. So not that the children ran around, they didn't really. It was a very peaceful sailing. I wouldn't say it was party time, but we did have the most amazing look round, and it looked absolutely stunning. And I think these couple of pictures are from the Princess Tea Party. Again, another celiac sailor sent me these, and they just look amazing. Can you imagine having a grand princess tea party with this lot? Just absolutely looks delicious. And that, my lovely brain freeze Dole Whip, oh, I had one of those, $7 without the alcohol, and my head was frozen. So this is the vegan pizza, and in the background was a gluten-free pizza. So we were both able to eat pizza. They just looked remarkably different. His was tiny and mine was big. But the cookies were all good. I just had the most amazing time on this ship, and of course you've got to go and then have a walk round, because quite frankly you are so full you could roll around the deck. So food wise, there was also in-cabin food, so I really liked the in-cabin food. There was a few secret recipes as well, so you could ask for what you wanted, but this is gluten-free cinnamon donuts. So really nice. Mickey bars again, more nuggets, more pizza, some fruit, some more Mickey bars, and it's a secret item, just ask away. So we normally would just tip $1 an item, but the Mickey bars were strong. Look at Alex here. He is just, yeah, he's looking at a happy boy with that Mickey bar in his hand. This was the Mickey bar at Artist Palate. And again, Mickey waffles for breakfast, and why not? And as an adult, yes, I did order the Mickey waffles, and why wouldn't I? If you want a giant one, then I think you have to go elsewhere. You should just ask. But we had a brilliant time. So thank you so much to the Facebook gurus. Do think about liking, subscribing, and I will see you next time. Bye now.